I had no idea Liyue's adeptal arts had such practical uses. Are these landscapes really carved? Not even the master artisans in Svietlolaidovka possess such skill. There's no such thing as getting used to a place for me, I'm afraid. Anyone who gets picky with a roof over their heads would never survive out in the snowfields. But I'd say that out of all the shelters I've seen, this is definitely the best one. Thanks for having me. Well, before your abode, the best spot I can remember staying at was a VIP box at the theater. I was working part-time at the theater troupe, so I used Odette's connections to score a gig as a night watchman. Once everyone had left the theater, I'd take Tugarin to the most expensive VIP box and sleep soundly until dawn. I knew you'd understand. Some shiver in winter's jaws, while wealthy showgoers lounge in seats so comfortable you could sleep in them. This is no way to run a country. Ha ha, you're pulling my leg, aren't you? As for my dream, we'll start by making sure that no one freezes. That's definitely doable. Sure. Speaking of which, I've encountered some pretty strange things recently, and I'd love to get your opinion on them. I really like Genius Invocation TCG, but the Rokot is so full of experts, I always lose more than I win. But whenever those experts who beat me play against someone else, they usually lose terribly. So, am I somehow draining my opponent's luck? You mean they beat me too easily and then underestimated their opponents? How could that be? I carefully organized my deck and put a lot of thinking into my strategy for every match. Anyone who's beaten me must be a really formidable card player. The only possible alternative is that my skills were never that good to begin with. But surely that can't be true. It's all right. I've played enough games now to get a sense for what the answer might be. But I just can't let it go. I'll play anyone, anywhere, whenever I get the chance. Since joining the Rokot, it's practically been my only form of entertainment. The more pragmatic a person is, the harder they work, spending all day on serious matters. People like that hardly have a life of their own. So, when I discovered Genius Invocation TCG, something I could use to pass the time, I was hooked almost instantly. But perhaps that's for the best. I believe Snezhnaya will change one day. The Rokot won't need to exist forever. And when the day comes that I can truly relax, at least I'll have a hobby to pass the time. Sure. I'd like to set up a workbench here too, so I can maintain my hunting rifle whenever I'm here. Of course. Haven't you heard? They say that weapons have emotions too. Regular maintenance keeps them happy, which can be a matter of life and death in critical moments. In that case, let me share my personal experience. One time, I went to take out a band of highwaymen, but I was a beat too slow, and their lookout aimed his gun at me first. But what do you know? His gun jammed, so I just shot and took him down. While cleaning up the scene, I made a point to check his gun. The poor maintenance showed. Way too much dust in the chamber, and the bolt was a bit misaligned. All in all, not what I'd call a happy gun. Yeah, Mitya told me the same thing, and then started throwing around technical terms like gunpowder combustion efficiency and mechanical reliability. Way too complicated. I prefer the idea that weapons have emotions.